Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Sword Convallaria. Today we're going to be taking a look at what has been added for this week, and there's going to be a lot of things to talk about. So first things first, let's talk about some new events here for this week. Let's see what we'll be getting here. So we got Fireside Chat returning here. This is very important for the current event because it leads towards the progression for it, which we'll talk about shortly. Like the Night Crimson right here. It wants you to do the fireside chat, like obtain 1,000 of those rumor points. So we'll do that when I'm able to. Well, this one mostly I'll be doing off camera because I already cover fireside chat, so there's no reason for me to keep doing that. But anyways, here we have here. This will be available for like 3 weeks total. I think 3 weeks. Yeah, I think roughly 3 weeks. Well, maybe less than 3 weeks actually, because 3 weeks is 21 days. So yeah, right now it's like 18 days. So I think there will be a bit of a grace period before it disappears. Let me check this out really quick. Okay, yeah, I remember this. I'm gonna start something like that, then go from there. I'll do this some other time because this video I'm just need to cover the events and also some banners. Well, at least only one new banner, I think.
混沌の海からお宝を引き上
There's
げ
some
る
new
のは
stuff
大
in the
変だっ
store.
たにゃ。しかもこんなに良心的な価格。
Oops,
他
is
には
the
な
volume
い
too
ぞ。
loud? I forgot to change it back after I finished recording Madoka Magica game. Oh dear. My bad. I was just thinking, wait, did I forget to change back some settings? Oh my god. I apologize. That was not my intention, honestly. Okay, so we got a new character in the game. It's called Kvare? Kvare? I think that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize if I butchered the name because, I don't think I ever pronounced this name before, so sorry about that. So, anyways, Kvare is the destroyer class unit. So let's see what this character does. When removing roster from the target, increase the character's attack and defense by 5%, up to 20%, lasting until the end of the battle. Cannot be dispelled or immunized. At the end of the turn, cast the roster skill on the closest enemy without roster within 5 tiles around the character. And also additionally, HP and M attack are increased by 15%, gains an additional skill, roster, and the effect is an instant skill. Inflicts roster and life loss equal to 60% of the character's M attack on the enemies, without roster for 3 turns. Can be used up to 2 times per round. When this skill is when using this skill roster for the first time each turn, refunds the consumed energy. Ooh, that's nice. So roster is a debuff, by the way. At the start of the turn, inflicts 2 random level 2 debuffs on the target for 2 turns. When roster ends or the target is attacked and enters the dying state, Kvare immediately summons an assassin to attack the character, dealing 100% of Kvare's M attack as pierce damage. Then removes roster. This effect cannot be dispelled or immunized. Yikes! This debuff is absolutely nasty. And some other stuff we already knew. And then there's the Conviction, which is basically a pierce damage. Deals 1% of M attack as life loss and inflicts move 1 down and speed 2 down on the target for 2 turns. If the target has roster, dispels all their buffs before attacking, and additionally deals damage equal to 100% of the character's M attack. The duration of the life loss for this skill is reduced by 1 turn. Okay, that's actually pretty nuts if you think about it. Like this guy is really crazy. Like not only it removes like 1 block of your movement and also your speed by a certain amount. Like I think it was like 100. Yeah, it is 100. And if the character ends up like having roster on there, you are gonna lose all your buffs, which is no joke. Oh my goodness. And next up we got is Kavare's Gift. It's a healing skill. Heals the target for 40% of M attack and causes the target to share 50% of the damage taken by the character. And the single share does not exceed 70% of Kavare's max HP for 2 turns. This cannot be dispelled or immunized. If the target is an enemy, inflicts stun for 1 turn. If the target is an ally, grants them attack 2 up, damage 2 up, and damage reduction 2 for 2 turns. This skill can only be used up to 1 time per battle. So that means that once you use it, you can't use it again. It's a single use, by the way. This is the moment for Rain. Pierce damage. Deals 40% M attack. Adds pierce damage to all enemies within 6 tiles of the character. Triggering and removing all DOT effects on the target. If the target has roster, additionally inflicts piercing vulnerable to reaction skill block, passive skill block, and isolate for 2 turns before attacking. And triggers and removes roster on the target after attacking. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff we need to talk about here. So DOT is like a thing where you do like something like fixed damage. I would say that's what that means for DOT. And then the pierce vulnerable 2 is basically the target will take more damage on the pierce damage by 20%. Reaction skill will be blocked as usual. Passive skill block, and the isolate is basically it disables them from receiving the aura effect, or known as faction buff effect. Pretty nasty stuff if you think about it. Next up we have is Will of Victory. Support skill, instant skill. Grants potential burst to the target for 2 turns. After casting, the skill switches to Flaming Winds, and the type is Kavare's Collection. So the Flaming Winds is a oh my goodness, I'm sorry. It's a skill, deals 60% fire damage, AoE damage to all enemies within a cross-shaped range of 1 tile around the target, and inflicts 2 stacks of ignition for 2 turns. After casting the skill, switches back to Fortune of All. So let's see, Kovare's collection is these ones here. So I kind of think this is a multi-skills. Yeah, basically has all these. Hey my goodness. That's just too much for me to explain. It's just really a lot. Anyway, Sanctuary Emblem. A reaction skill. After being hit by an AoE attack, grants all allies within 2 tiles of the target a shield corresponding to the damage type. The shield value equals 30% of the caster's HP, lasting for 2 turns. The shield of each type can be triggered up to 1 time per battle. When a character has a shield, damage taken is reduced by 10%. By 10%, I mean. Okay, this reaction skill is pretty powerful because if you got hit by AoE, you will be able to apply shield to your allies within like a certain amount of range, I believe. Yeah, within 2 tiles, depending on what damage it was. If you're attacked by a physical attack, you'll gain physical shield. But same thing around for the other type as well. Like magic for magic shield. This character is pretty unique. Let's see what he looks like initially. And yep, this guy kind of reminds me of I forgot the name. Dracula. Yep, it kind of reminds me of Dracula in some ways, but you might get the vibes there. But anyways, his factions. He's part of the Aria, which I guess that makes sense since he wants to ensure the Aria is well. Actually, hold on, I don't know what his historic backstory was, but I know he's a very important character, but don't remember honestly. I don't think I ever got there yet. And he's also part of Night Crimson, which makes sense since he is the part of the new lineup of heroes or characters. And also Fortitude. Alright, let's take this guy for a spin and see what he does. Defeat all enemies. Thank you for your hospitality. I trust today's discussion will advance cooperation between between our two nations. And thank you for visiting. It was a most pleasant conversation. It seems the banquet isn't over yet. This is the final gift of the evening. Please accept it. Quite a grand spectacle for an after party.
攻めるか守るかお前の一手は
Alright, let's figure out what to do here because right now we're surrounded. Let's see. Insta skill, hey? Alright, let's think about this. We'll inflict this on
こ
you.
れでとどめだ
And then this one, conviction. I think I should move right here to minimize the amount of enemies I fight. Oh, actually, wait. Maybe I can just stand still and then attack here. Nah, you want move one block and then attack.
さあ変化を見届けるとしよう
Jesus.
朝飯
Oh my
前
goodness. Okay, that was fail. Okay, never mind. Let's try that turn again. So that's not the way to do it. So we're gonna have to do it the old way, I guess. Don't engage against too many enemies. Okay, let's attack this one right here. Oh my. Okay, let's inflict that on you now. Maybe I went a little bit too far. Let's go here. Okay, you also got that as well. And now I'm just gonna move away. Oh Ow, that hurt. Okay, so that's how I regain my health. Okay. Alright, let's inflict more of these roster on them. Perfect. Even the game is smart on who I should select and target. Let's let's do that and attack everyone. Oh yeah, they're all dead. Can I reach that guy from there? Nope, I'm one tower short. Okay. Nice. Shield for myself. Oh, and I need to move a little closer.
愚か者め。
As expected, Kvare. If I hadn't anticipated this, why would I attend alone? We can further discuss the terms of our cooperation. Our cooperation will continue, but it's unfortunate that you are not attuned to Arya's needs. I can only deliver the necessary message to your nation in this way. Arya may be a small country, but it has no shortage of courage and ability to defend itself. Seems you too lack the will to listen. The arrogance of great nations. Okay, that's the stage clear. Unfortunately, I did some rollbacks earlier, but I don't think it's that much of an issue because all it is just replay back to the beginning of the battle. So that's the clear for you. The goal here is to, like, of course, inflict the enemies with those roster debuffs, and then once all of them got inflicted, you will have a chance to kill them, despite their state being healthy, which is absolutely nuts. So anyways, that's the character for you, for Kvare. So hope you all find this video helpful and informative, and I'll see you all next time. Actually, wait, before I let you all go, this weapon is also available for you to grab if you need it. Anyways, that's it for now, so see you all next time.